Hello. But I see her. Okay. Hi. I have to wait for some people to join. Let me just finish up. Supposed to start at 8. I've started 4 minutes early. Talk about an African being on time. Change the narrative. Hi, I'm on time, guys. I'm on time. So I think we just have to wait till 8 and then we start. For now, I just wanted to jump on in case like people needed to know where I am or something like that. Sugar in here. Sugar, spice, everything yours. I see true beauty when I look in your eyes. This will be a quick one. Maybe I should just turn off the camera. No, if I turn up, the camera is connected to like the. So I need to look here because that means I'm keeping eye contact. I need to stop looking down. I come down to the place. Just copy it here and then put it here. A little cute little friends. Should I just start new? Let me see this. Okay, guys, I think we are right on time, and we're about to start. Let me send out this cute little message. No. Just a minute, guys. We're about to start. Which guys? Just a minute. Okay. Vision without cautiousness is blindness. True, true, true. Nubian Messiah, can we have an understanding on why that is? I hope you guys are able to hear me, guys. I am live streaming from the camera, and then if I'm looking down, I'm looking at this bit of iPad of mine. But yeah, hi Nubian Messiah, welcome to the lab. I think I'm just going to start because I already planned this anyway. But I think I need something. What do I need? I should have got my laptop. Anyway, Sandy K. Let me just see. If you can hear me, please let me know before I start blabbing and then none of you can even hear me. If you can hear me, just let me know in the comment section. Hi, Nubian. Nubian Messiah. Is that your actual name or do you like call yourself Messiah? You know, like where did the name come from? What's special about what? About Nubian Messiah? You know? I'll let the people know. I'm just trying to make sure my sound and my audio is great. Oh no. Okay. It's great. Oh no. Kale, we're good to go. So we're gonna start with there are some allegations going around online that Trump will be sending some illegal immigrants to what? To Uganda. Now, for those of you who may or may not know, Uganda actually houses so many immigrants. Uganda has an open door policy. Hold on. Uganda has an open door policy. I remember I did MC for some events that the Japanese were holding, and they were talking about, they were like doing like a pitch contest, and then there were some refugees putting their business ideas there so that they could get funding from the Japanese. So that just goes to show you that Uganda has so many refugees. So we have Eritreans, we have Ethiopians, we have Somalis, and South Sudanese. Those are like the main big four. We do have Congo. Congo is neither here nor there because Congo is like mainly on the other side. But Uganda has a history of like opening its doors and letting all these various people in, opening its doors and offering refuge to all these other departments, if you can call them that. Nubian. No. Leave. Don't play with that family. Anyway, sorry, I got sidetracked. So, like I was saying, so I want to give you guys a back, like, there's a reason why everyone is like, why Uganda, why Uganda? And I wanted to kind of show you guys that Uganda has been welcoming immigrants since the beginning of time. If you can have my Nubian, let's stay focused. So it started with a genocide in Rwanda. So when the genocide in Rwanda happened, we all heard of it, we've watched it, we know of it. Well, I hope that you do know of it, but there was a genocide in Rwanda between the Hutus and the Tutsis. It was very brutal. It was very bad. There was a huge massacre of people. They were basically killing each other. So when that happened, a huge chunk of Rwandese escaped to what? To Uganda. And that's how Uganda started. Well, not that's how it started its journey in taking in immigrants, but like those are like the few notable ones that we can think of. So we have the Rwandese, and then obviously with the war in South Sudan and North, there's some South Sudanese who have also come in as refugees, and then obviously with everything happening in Eritrea and Ethiopia, we have that also pulling in. That just goes to show you that light skin versus dark skin. No, it was tribal. It was Hutsis versus Tutsis. Yeah, maybe I should bring my friend Ziza to talk about this. Anyway, I wanted to explain to you guys what an open door policy is in terms of Uganda. Open door policy that Uganda has on immigration and refugees. So Uganda is regarded as one of the most progressive countries in the world for refugee protection. One thing about Uganda is they're very hospitable. They will let anyone in. They'll sit with anyone. They will eat with anyone. That's where the open door thing also comes in, because no Ugandan is out there fighting a refugee. I mean, there was some little commotion here and there, which we'll talk about later on, but I'm just trying to paint the picture of what's going on. So with Uganda and its open door policy, refugees are not kept in camps, but rather they're kept in settlements. So there are certain areas in Uganda where it's like, we know that this district has refugees and they're taking over that place, because there's a lot of land in this country that's pretty unoccupied. So I guess that they do utilize that. They're given farmland and they can move about freely. They're not confined to like the UN tents where they can't do anything, or they can't move anywhere, right? Also in Uganda, refugees are allowed to work, to start businesses, and also access social services such as education and whatnot. I did study with a few refugees myself. The notable ones would be South Sudanese. And yeah, South Sudanese Eritreans don't like to, or let me not make a generalization. Yes, Nubian, there were the Hutsis and Tutsis. Yes, that's where the genocide happened in Rwanda. I was just trying to like a huge chunk of Rwandese moved to Uganda, and that's, we're very welcoming with that. Anyway, so Uganda has this whole thing of, so Uganda's open door policy is rooted in history of receiving displaced people. We Ugandans are big believers in just receiving everyone and just opening its doors to everyone, and the government uses that as them being humanitarians, or them, kumbaya type of thing, Ubuntu. Like, this is Uganda's way of saying, oh, we have the Ubuntu spirit, this is who we are, this is what we do. So despite us having an open door policy, that does not mean that everyone needs to shoot and go to Uganda, because the government doesn't have resources to look after everyone. Unfortunately, there are so many challenges and issues that happen in those settlements and camps. That's why we now see foreign funding coming in. So we used to have the UN. Well, with the current administration, that sort of pulled out, but we see countries like Japan and China sort of stepping in and doing their own thing. I mean, there's a whole Uganda-China hospital by Lugogo bypass. Anyway, Nubian, okay, if you're the most intelligent Black man, then join me on this live and tell us, Mr. Intelligent. I've sent you the link right now. Anyway, guys, so I want to play this clip. Don't go anywhere. I want to play this clip sort of explaining what's happening. And this clip sort of narrows down and talks about this person, the Hispanic man who's being deported, and how they're fighting it. Cindy, stay tuned.
Uganda, please don't do this. Guys, the Trump administration is planning to deport Kilma Abrego Garcia. If you don't know who this is, what is wrong with you, eh? Don't you watch Telemundo? Just kidding, guys. Garcia became known earlier this year when the Trump administration wrongfully deported him back to El Salvador, his home country, where he was put in a maximum security prison for 3 months, which wasn't even supposed to happen. Because 1, Garcia is not a convicted criminal. And 2, in 2019, a US immigration judge granted him a withholding of removal order, which means if Garcia is to be deported outside of America, he should not be taken back to his home country because it is not safe for him there. The man literally ran away from his country when he was 16 years old because his family was a victim of gang violence. Now, instead of trying to fix the situation, the Trump administration doubled down. They brought Garcia back into the United States, but then immediately arrested him on federal human smuggling charges just so they don't look bad, but they already do. Donald Trump even said Garcia is a member of the notorious MS-13 gang based on a picture he saw of Garcia's knuckles, which had tattoos related to that gang. And he was told that's not even real. The picture was photoshopped. So now they want to send him to a third country, which is Uganda, because Uganda recently agreed to take deportees from America, similar to the deal that Rwanda had with the UK back in 2022. But here's my question, guys. Why is Africa once again being the convenient simp that is ready to pick up the phone anytime these crazy countries call? Why can't we simply ignore? So Uganda, once again, please don't do this.
Okay. So anyway, he has that whole thing of wait, I see comments here. Ring a bell? I don't want to be seen just yet. What rings a bell? Ginger. Yeah, Ginger is beautiful, but if you want to commute between Ginger and Kampala, then you, my friend, have energy. Anyway, so there's that whole thing of Uganda having this policy is now on board, so Ugandans are very welcoming. But what you guys don't know is that we Ugandans don't even know about this agreement, and it hasn't been communicated. So I don't think it's legit. But if it's out there and the government is not disputing it, or obviously the minister in charge of external affairs and foreign affairs came out to give a statement and whatnot. But we also have the leader of opposition who said something. I want you guys to watch it and then we finish.
We have heard, and Honorable Speaker, I'm sure you have taken note of media reports, international media, showing that there is a deal that's been agreed upon between the US government and the Uganda government to bring US deportees here. We don't know whether they are former criminals or whatever or current, whatever the case might be. The Minister of State for Internal Foreign Affairs, Honorable Okello Oryem, denied these reports initially, but then the reports persisted days later. I think it's important for government to help us understand here. Is it true? If so, how? What's the arrangement? What kind of people are these? Do they not have their countries where they originally come from? Why Uganda? And if Uganda, where? I think all of these issues need to come through. And if the reports are untrue, it would be good that they clarify here on the floor of Parliament and say it is entirely untrue. Then we know how to proceed. But if it is true, let's not operate surreptitiously. The country needs to know who are these. Somebody might wake up and there's a criminal as their neighbor and they have no idea.
Say criminals, the neighbors, they have no idea. Anyway, so that's what's happening in the country, because if one of the leaders of the opposition, the spokesperson of the opposition, Mr. Joel, I think Senyoni, yes, Joel Senyoni, is also asking in parliament, like, who are these guys? Where are they coming? How come we don't know about this? Then imagine the regular Ugandan. I'm sure, like, guys, we have no idea. Like, no one has talked about it. No one is saying anything. It came from the US that they were deporting them to Uganda. And Ugandans are just like, we don't know. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I think I'm done. I'm done with what I wanted to share with you guys and let you know both sides, what's happening from the US, who they're deporting, and what's happening from Uganda, who they're reporting, and also give you guys a history of Uganda and refugees and talk about the Uganda's open door policy that it has. Okay, guys, wait, let me see some comments and then we wrap it up. To Musime Suleiman, please, we don't need them at any cost. We still fail to get money for people and you're adding more. Yeah, that's true. That's what I was also mentioning when I talked about the open door policy in Uganda. I also talked about how the government doesn't actually have enough resources to take care of everyone. So it's not all greasy when they come over. It's just, yeah, I don't see it happening, but it could be happening. I don't see it happening because they would have made a communication. I don't think the government would keep us in the dark about something as important as that. But this is Uganda. Once again, it's very possible too. But that's pretty much it, guys. Let me hear your comments and then we finish. We wrap it up. Tumusime, let me tell you how I've never had a Ugandan on my live. I didn't even know there were Ugandans watching me, which I love for me. Is it Ugandan in Uganda, Ugandan in the US? But yeah, guys, let me know where you're watching me from, and then I say hi to you guys, and then I say bye. Okay. If that's not the case, I'll say goodbye. Hold on. I'll say goodbye to you guys, and then let's keep it here. Same time next week, hopefully. I get to see you guys once again. You know, I love chatting with you guys, and being able to see you. Elder. Hi, Elder. Wait, how do I see this? And to see me. Hi, everyone. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Take care, Nubian, the man who is so intelligent but fails to show his face. Why are you hiding? What do you have to hide? Marriage men behavior. I'm sorry, I'm joking. But yeah. Guys, I'll bid you farewell for now, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.